Okay, I think we're about ready to start our PowerPoint slides. Of course, we've gone through both of our icebreakers. We've gone through our introductions, and I think that we're ready. Also our observations. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty and talk about these PowerPoint slides. I'm going to have a short presentation, and then we're going to go into our role play. Of course, the topic of conversation is customer service in a legal environment, and why this is so important to you. I met with the primary attorney in the office when I was trying to decide what exactly to present on, and she said that you guys are looking at expanding your business, and I think that that is a important step, and it's the right direction that you guys are going in. But then at the same time, I have made recommendations or seen observations that I think that there are some things that need to be corrected before you guys take that next step. The quality in a service or product is not what you put into it. It is what a client or a customer gets out of it. I know that everybody in here has had some type of customer service experience. We all have. We've all been to the gas station. I mean, from the time that we leave our homes in the morning to the time that we get home in the evening, you can have 200 different thoughts about customer service. And, a lot of the times when we're looking at customer service, we see the negatives and not the positives. Now, us seeing the negatives, your clients are seeing the negatives as well. So the quality, what the customer or the client gets out of the service is very important, because that client, and I'm sure there are many of you in the room, if I have a bad experience, I tell everybody I know about that experience. Everybody and their dog about that experience. And so having a good experience and having clients spread the word about the quality of your service is very important. But I want to tell you something. Customer service is not at all about being perfect. Customer service is about creating and developing relationships with your customers and your clients. I think that we all value relationships in our lives. And I don't know if anyone wants to go around the room and tell us maybe about an experience that you've had in a relationship with a specific office. I don't know if maybe from my own perspective, I have a dentist that I've gone to for the past 25 years, and he lives out of state. But his service is so significant and so outstanding that I will drive home 400 miles to be able to speak to this individual and have him do my cleaning, and I think this usually happens twice a year. But I am loyal to him because his service is so exceptional. The legal customer service basics. I think that there's some really good pointers for every single person that works in the office, both our clients, or both the attorneys that are in the office, and also the support staff. You need to acknowledge every customer, every client that walks through the door. If somebody walks through the door and you're on the phone, what I would do is that I would stop. I would say, please excuse me, I'm on the phone right now, but I will be with you shortly. Instead of somebody coming into the office and having to listen to a conversation of somebody else and just basically ignoring them, which is something that I did observe multiple times while I was in the office for those 4 hours. Second, treat every individual as if they were the most important client in the world. Okay? So that's both people on the phone and people that are walking into the office. When somebody comes in, you need to acknowledge them by their name. Everybody knows your name. That's the feeling that people want when they walk in the door. They want to feel like they belong there and that they're welcome there. Okay? And so when they walk in the door and they see somebody that's talking on the phone and ignoring them, somebody that doesn't seem to have the time for them, that's definitely going to be a repellent. Okay? Smile. Smiling is the easiest thing that we can do. Smiling, no matter how unhappy you are, will make a true difference, because when you smile, people, even if somebody's on the phone with you, somebody can hear you smiling. They know that you're a happy person. They know that there is a smile on your face. And so that is very, very important. Actually, probably one of the most important things, because even if we're having a bad day and we keep on smiling, I think that a lot of the times it changes our attitudes. And engage the clients in conversation. There were multiple clients that came in the door that even if they were acknowledged, and the individual, there were any support staff that were available, nobody spoke to them, okay? And so making people feel at ease when they come in the door is so important. People come in, they have problems, okay? You work in a law office, there's a lot of problems. There's people going through divorces, there's people with child custody cases, there's people, it might even be a criminal case. It's parents coming in with a juvenile who needs, is going through a difficult time in their lives, and the parents are stressed out, the juvenile's stressed out, and they just need some type of calming factor when they walk in the office. And last, if a customer's waiting, offer them coffee, take their coat, or even, as far as engaging them in conversation, make them feel like they're welcome. That's the whole theme. Make them feel as if they're welcome in the office. Make them feel as if they are the number one customer. I think this is a very important thing to learn for a lot of people. Treat people, even though we hear this all the time, the golden rule. Treat people just the way that you want to be treated. When you come into an office like that, you're having a very stressful, you're in a very stressful environment, or you're having a lot of stress in your life. You want, I guarantee you, that person wants to be walking into something that makes them feel good and makes them feel better, instead of something an environment that's going to be even more stressing. Message information must-haves. Now we're going to talk a little bit more about the system Time Matters. Now this is a new system, and a lot of you everybody has been trained on the system, but everybody, I don't think, has been stressed to the importance of the system. Okay? When you're taking messages in the office, there are a couple of very important things that when you type into the computer, when you log into the computer system and you type the message, they have to have it. I think something that I also observed while I was in the office was that the attorneys often made returned phone calls to people, and they didn't have all the information. And so the phone calls took even longer. And there were more clients that were left on the phone waiting for the attorney. And so having a first and last name, time periods, you're on the phone asking the client about their case. When did the case occur? When did the case start? What is where are we in the case? The previous legal history. Has this person been in trouble before? If it's a criminal case, what is their criminal background? Those are some very important elements. Home and cell phone numbers. It is so hard to get a hold of clients. I heard the attorney in the office who was having a terrible time. He only had one phone number. Couldn't get a hold of the person. So if you can get a home, a cell, maybe even somebody that is first of kin to the individual to get a hold of them, that'll make the attorney's life so much better. And then another person of contact for that individual. These are some important factors in the Time Matters program that will essentially reduce the amount of time that an attorney has to spend on the phone, and for our support staff, enable them to be able to move our clients or move your clients even quicker through the system. Now the Time Matters program, its purpose is to centrally manage and control access to contact and client information, including the organization of all contracts, documents, events, phone calls, and other information associated with the case. Now, court docket information. Any legal documents that are sent to the office can actually be uploaded with this feature. The Time Matters system is an amazing system where you take phone calls, you collect all the client's information, everything can be done electronically and it's stored in a centralized system. You never have to worry about the system going down and not losing client information. It can be accessed from any computer that any of the attorneys, or if you're working from home, you can also access it from home. So